Welcome to another Monday music lesson with Floyd Music School. In this episode, and many to follow, Jen and her student, Liam, have chosen to share with you Liam's journey into learning the piano. This lesson will allow you, as the audience, to join Liam as he progresses starting at the very beginning. I want to give a special thanks to Liam for allowing us to share his progress with all of you.
So, last couple weeks, we've talked about at least, I think maybe 3 new things. So I'm going to go back a page or two. We're going to go back to the page where we played Trumpet Man, and we learned the dotted half note. Mm-hmm. I think you explained it really well last time. You said it's a half note plus a quarter note. That little dot's a quarter note, and then 2 plus 1 makes 3. So it's very common sense, very practical. A half note and a dot is 3. And then we learned that we could also have a time signature that lets us have 3 quarter notes to a measure. So we don't have to count just 1, 2, 3, 4 in our songs. We can have songs that count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it feels different. That one feels like a waltz when we have songs that are 3 beats in a measure. And then we turn to Pirates of the Sea, and we talked about 2 notes with a little curvy slur line, we call it, attaching them to each other if they're on the same line or the same space. In other words, they're the same letter name.
They're a tie.
They're a tie, and that means to do what?
Hold it.
Hold it over. So in Pirates of the Sea, it's a dotted half note E attached or tied to another dotted half note E. So we hold E for 3 beats and another 3 more.
Yeah.
So we talked about that makes 6 altogether, but do you remember how I talked about how I like to count it?
Mm.
I like to go E, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, and then I'm not trying to do the math in my head and follow the music this way. I'm just following the music. And at the end, there's a bass clef A, dotted half note, attached to a quarter note A. So I would say A, 2, 3, hold.
So it'd be like...
It's the same as 4 beats. Yes, exactly. Then we talked about dun 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 dun. Last song in the first book. Last song in the first book is called Go for the Gold. And you're going to use every finger and every note that we've used all the way up to this point in the book. We're going to have quarter notes and half notes, whole notes. We're going to have forte to play loud and mezzo piano to play medium soft. And when we put the song together with the duet, it makes it sound like it's a celebration, as it should, right? Because you've done something really cool. You've learned to read music, and you finished a whole lesson book, which is very good. We'll play through it. Let's see. Should we say the note names before you play it?
Yeah.
There's a lot here this time, isn't there? This is our last book, so everything.
Very hop it around.
It's up and down. It's back and forth between the 2 hands because you're able to do that now.
Yeah.
Little by little, we're to this point. So first note is
C.
And then down
G. E. D. G. F. E.
E. Skip up to
G. F. E. D. G. 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 C. G. E. D. G. G. E. F.
F. It sounded like you said G, E, F.
Yeah.
F, and then one of those would have been right, yes? E, skip up to
G.
and then
G. Oh, that went from G to G.
yes. Do you know what that's called? Did we talk about this yet?
Mm-mm.
So when you go from one letter name on the piano up or down to the very same letter name, that's 8 notes apart. And it's called an octave. What does that word octave kind of remind you of? Does it remind you of an animal? Yeah. How many arms does an octopus have? So that oct means 8. So when we go from G to G, we're going 8 notes down, called an octave. Okay, so G to G, back to
G to G, back to D, C, C.
good. And since this is the last song, it's a 2-pager, isn't it? So then we have
F, G,
just walking up the
A.
stairs.
B, C, D, E, G, F, G,
This one's
D,
G, F,
E,
E, skip down to C,
C, D,
D for 2.
G for 2.
Good. Then this last part is exactly the same as this second line here. Exactly the same. So C down to
G, back up to E, D, G, F, G, no, that's E,
good.
G,
There's your
G,
octave.
D, G, no, C, C, rest.
Very nice, Liam. Let's go through it. You already showed me you remembered where your hands are for this one. Do you want me to point? Does that help you? Okay. And count yourself off at a good speed. Don't worry about the dynamics yet. We talked about them earlier, but we're not going to worry about them yet. When we're trying to learn a new song, we just really want to focus on the names of the notes and which finger is going to play it. And then we'll decorate it later. Okay? Count yourself off though so you've got a good speed.
1, 2, ready, go.
Just walk down the stairs. Just slow down just a little bit. C, G, that's a D. So hold this thumb's gonna be on B. C for 2, C, rest. Left hand starts. That's right. G, G, G. Right, hold that for 2. Half note. Skip up to G. That's a skip down. Now go back to D for 2. 2. Good. Let's do it again. That was a really good start. Let's not worry about the dynamics yet. Let's fix a couple of note places and then we'll go back and do dynamics, okay? It's a little harder song, isn't it? Because it's the last one. It's like
It's all of them.
it's everything you've learned so far, kind of all smushed together into a nice melody. All right, count yourself off. I like that speed, that slower speed a little better. Let's do that one.
1, 2, ready, go.
F, E, E.
Oh, so it just steps down.
Yeah, let's try it again. You notice that good for you. When you get up to the G, we're just stepping down. Let's start again. Ready, go. Very nice.
Can we try to duet?
We can. I want you to do one more thing before we do the duet. Because I want you to be, in order for the duet to be successful, we each need to know our part as very best as we can. Because putting them together is one more step that's harder to do, right? So if you know your part really well and I know my part really well, they'll fit together a little better. So let's do it one more time. And this time, to make it more interesting for you and for whoever's listening, go ahead and do the dynamics. So we have forte here, which means what?
Loud.
Play loudly. And it's that way all the way until measure 9. And measure 9
mezzo
is...
piano or medium piano.
Which means what? What does that mean?
Piano is softly, so medium soft.
Medium soft. And that's just that kind of interesting part that's different than all of the rest of the song. So it has its own dynamic. It's going to be medium soft. And then when we get to measure 13, we're going to go back to forte. That's right. We're going to be loud again. Let's do it one more time. I think you're playing it exactly like it says to. What does it say how we should play it?
Stately march.
Stately march. So very, as if we're marching, right? Just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ready, go. Nice. And that's a skip. Now medium soft. Good. Very nicely, and back to forte. Yes, sir. Good work. Let's do the duet. I'll have to play my part since it's so busy. You see all the notes that I have going on? It's super busy, but it's going to help give it the feeling that we're celebrating something. Because we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
What are we celebrating?
The
That it's
end
Monday?
of the book.
Oh yeah, the end of the book. We've gone through a little journey together, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're at the end of part of our journey because there's lots more. You're reading music now, and you know these notes from F to G. But there's lots more notes than that. In the next book, we're going to learn sharps, and we're going to learn flats, and we're going to learn how to play from C here all the way up to, I think, D up here. So we're going to expand how many
I'm gonna
notes
be
you're
moving my
playing.
hands.
You're going to be moving into different places.
Like I could be playing like this, and then I'll have to move my whole hand.
You just might. That's
Whoa.
right. That's gives you more notes you have to play with, the more interesting it is. Do you remember when you were in kindergarten and you got a box of crayons with like 6 colors in it, and the big chunky kind, you know what I'm talking about? And you only had, I don't know, 6 or 8 colors. Do you remember when you got to go up and get the crayons with like 40 colors in it? It's kind of exciting, wasn't it? So you're at the kind of the 6 crayon note time in the piano books, and we're going to keep adding more and more crayons so you can do more and more interesting things with your music. Okay? It's sort of a similar idea. It helps me think of it that way. All right, so I'm going to be here, and you're going to be here. And I can't be too loud. But can I use the pedal a little bit? Okay, I'm going to use the pedal. And I think that speed that we did was pretty good, don't you?
Yeah.
We'll just keep it at that speed. 1, 2, ready, go. Want to start all over again? Let's start again.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Gosh, how's that? 1, 2, ready, go. Good. C, C, where's an F? Very nice. I have a really important question to ask you. You were looking down a little bit at your hands. Was it helping you to look down at your hands, or was it hurting you a little bit to look
It was
down at your
helping
hands? Really? It was okay. I was thinking it might have been the opposite, like you were trying to remember where you were in the music because you were looking down. But guess what I know after going through this book with you and doing the song together today? You're reading music, and that's very cool. That means that we're going to start adding in some other things besides your lesson book for you to start learning. That'll be kind of more fun and interesting besides just doing what's in your lesson book. And that's kind of a neat way to show that you really are reading music and can start doing some new things. All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to celebrate that you've finished a book. I think that's really good. So we have to all clap. Everybody in the world should be clapping. Yay for Liam. I'll take a picture because that's important. We all want to have a picture of you at this place in your journey. And I'm going to sign the back of your book. Dun, 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 dun. Do you want me to do cursive? Okay. Let's see. How fancy can I make this? Hilton, yes?
Yes. H-Y.
Got it. I know that. That's Floyd County right there. And then put my name. Oops, forgot to do cursive. I'm used to printing for little kids, but you're not a little kid. Today's September 30th, 2024. Liam Hilton has successfully completed Hal Leonard Piano Lesson Book 1 and is hereby promoted to Book 2. Yay!
Book 2.
Book 2! So you go from blue sideways on the piano to a regular stand-up book that's purple, and I think that the print and everything is even smaller in this book. Remember what I said, you're going to learn some new notes right off the bat. Alright, stay tuned. We're going to get to it, okay? Alright. Over and out.